So now it's time to forward some ports. Remember when we set up our server, we have the default port of 26900, and basically what a port is it's think of it as a door for internet traffic to go through, so that every single web application out there has to have a unique port, or you might have a port conflict. So 7 Days to Die has chosen 26900 as a server port number. So you need that server port open in traffic so that people can, from the outside of your house, can access your dedicated server, which is locked behind the firewall on your router. So I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of how I set up my router. Let's see. So you sign into your router usually by going to your router's main page. The quickest and easiest way to find that out is to hit the window key in R, type in CMD, enter, and type in ipconfig. And it kind of tells you what your router is, because your router's IP, because your router IP is going to be your default gateway. So this tells me my local IP, 10.0.0.213. That doesn't work. And this tells me my router IP, which is 10.0.0.1. So I'm going to log into this one and then forward my ports to this one. So everybody's router is different. So you're just going to have to look up the documentation for your particular router. But typically speaking, here's my IP, big deal, I don't care. Typically speaking, most of these setups are either LAN or the WAN setting. I think mine is under WAN, which it is. It's wide area network. And then virtual server port forwarding. Now again, everybody's router is going to look a little different, so you just have to figure it out. But for the most part, this is the setup that I have, that I'm running two separate 7 Days to Die servers on two separate machines on one actual IP, my actual house IP. So I have the 7 Days to Die server on 26900 all the way to 26902, pointing towards this particular machine, 10.0.0.142. And the protocol is TCP UPD. I choose both. Now, my second 7 Days to Die server is on ports 26950, which I also need to go all the way through 26952. And this on this machine, 10.0.0.130, and again both. Now I also have a web map going on and another web map going on, but none of that's really important. So this other one though, 7 Days to Die server 25000 all the way to 25003 is also going to my second server. And I think this is what allows for the service to show up on the master list, but I'm not 100% sure, and I really don't care because I run a private server with a password. I don't care whether or not my server shows up on that master list because nobody's going to get on it unless I want them to anyway because I have the password set. So the really important ones are this one, going towards your game IP. And again, I'm able to run two separate servers on the same real IP by setting up different ports. Now, if I had this server's ports set up to be the same as this one, something's going to get confused somewhere, and the traffic's not going to know where to go to. So you really can't do it. You can't set it up that way. It just doesn't work. Now the server map is something that happens when you run Alex fixes. Alex is one of the developers, so his fixes are pretty safe because he actually has access to the game code, and he's just a trustworthy guy. He's probably my favorite developer because he's out there the most, helping people the most, with Kinyuju being a close second. All right, so basically the server map that he runs has to be 2 higher than the telnet port that we saw. I'm sorry, than the control panel port that we saw in the server config. So in this one, it's 8080, and so it has to be 8082. And basically what he's doing, he's just running a little miniature web server that points to this map that shows all sorts of cool stuff and looks like this. This is kind of cool. I like it. I have checkboxes. Now my particular map is even further modded to include showing bandits, but it shows my offline players. Look, this person's offline. It's Roland. This person's offline. It's Marco0280. And then I further have a even more modifications to my map. This person is Ekith. This is Gamida. I don't know how he says his name. And then I have 4 people in my little hovel here. Something didn't work right. I guess it's too many people to show up. I can't zoom in that much, but I'm in here. And you can see though I have custom icons per Steam ID on my map. The default map does not have this, so suck it. Let's see, if I were to go further out, I could see there's some people up here too. I have Hellraiser, Kit Kat Attack. Now, of course, no zombies or animals or bandits spawning right now because there's nobody in the game, and the game just is smarter than that, I guess. But this map updates. This is Eek's base. He built a giant castle with a giant moat. This is my base. This is Gamita's base. Eek is actually working on this giant statue of himself right here. So you can see it actually kind of dynamically updates this map as it go. Got some spikes going on here. You can kind of see them. Spikes surrounding here. White picket fence surrounding here. I sure wish I could look at this, but they're just too close together, so it won't click open. Normally it would click open a little bar, and I could choose the individual icons. But long story short, this is the web map, and I highly encourage using it. It shows the entire discovered map. Now you could set access to whether or not people can view these things, because you don't necessarily want people knowing where all the zombies are, because it'll actually show little icons of all the zombies. You can see them spawn in. But it's also good if you want to like test things, if you're testing out mods and you want to see whether or not spawn's working the way they're supposed to. So you can also check out people's inventory. Like this is a player I've never seen before. Somebody else on my server must invite him, which is fine. Let me see what he's got though. So I can see he's got an SMG and a pistol, and you would think this is a whole lot of firepower for somebody who's clearly level 1 because of all the gray. But with the bandit mod enabled, bandits actually carry the weapons that they shoot at you with. So you're able to, if you can kill a bandit, take their stuff. I don't see anything crazy in here, so that person's probably cool. Taking a look at what, let's see here. Where was I? Now I'll take a look and see what Gamita has. Still a yellow bow, but he's got all purple from the stuff he stole from the bandit, so he's really not doing too hot as far as inventory goes. But I don't know what he's got in his chest. Whereas I look at Eek, and he's got, you know, purple and blue, so I know he's up there. And if it would just click on me, you could see that I have pretty much all purple, and so is Stompy, and pretty much anybody else who's holed up in my little base. But anyway, that's not why I wanted to show you this video. This video is basically to show you my port setups on running 2 dedicated servers. So this works.